obviously, we were talking earlier in the week about, guys that maybe don't see as much action getting a chance to, play a little bit more in this game based on the outcome. You think you might get a few more snaps this week?
We'll see how that goes. Fortunately, I've been playing on special teams, be able to get a couple reps there, get some more experience. Just however the game plays, I'm ready for it if the coaches call me.
What has the message been this week? Because obviously y'all are big favorites, and this is a team that's never been here before, and y'all just run this gauntlet of SEC teams. What has the coaches' message been to y'all this week?
Well, a lot of times, when every team around the country, everybody's beat up at this point. But, a lot of teams struggle with focus, I think, and there's so many aspects that go into the game and so many details. I think when the good teams get to where they're supposed to be, they forget where they, how they got there. So, that's kind of like the main thing is focus. So that's probably what he's drilling in the most to us.
I think it was after the Florida game, Kirby was saying how there needs to be more focus and emphasis in practice on red zone. Obviously, that's been a recurring theme. From your viewpoint in practice, is that something that you guys have been working on a little bit more in the last couple of weeks, or just from what can you tell from that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously we've had our struggles down there, but I think it's more than anything we just got to keep working on it. And I think eventually we'll start clicking. Just every time something happens here and there, but I think we'll clean it up and get it right.
Kirby always talks about special teams and how it's so important to buy in. How did he get you to buy in? I mean, you've been an avid special teams player now in the past year, 2 years. How did you get to buy in?
Well, I saw it as a time to get on the field. I was like, there's a lot of running backs in front of me. I had Nick and Sony and all those guys there. So I was like, what can I do to get myself in a position to travel and then play? So I was like, I'm bought in. I want to play. That's what I want to do. So that's what I always did. Every single practice, I made sure that was a priority for me.
What units are you on specifically right now? And has that been consistent since at least this year?
I'm on all of them. I'm on punt return, kickoff, and kickoff return. Consistently, I'm on 3 of the 4. The one that I kind of alternate in and off of is punt.
You mentioned that running back room. What's it like going in and competing with those guys every day?
Oh, I mean, they're all competitors. You got Holyfield, all those guys. They get after it every single day. So you can learn something from them and how they practice. They practice so hard. So you always got to watch them. It's fun.
To kind of piggyback off what he said, hypothetically, if you're able to play more this week, how much does it help, practicing behind guys like Elijah and DeAndre? Oh, well, I mean, the same thing. You just watch how they practice, and that obviously translates on the field because how hard they practice, that pays off in the big-time games. So you just try to take little bits here and there of how they play. So.
Where'd you get those shoes?
Got those shoes, I think it was like East Bay or something. I think my mom got them for me. Do you like them?
I do. I think they're special team
zebra
shoes.
Color. Yeah, the zebra color.
You could jump higher and run faster with them.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I was just going to say, since this game's at 4 o'clock, it kind of shifts everything a little bit later. Does that kind of cut in y'all's time to go home and spend time with family, or does it not matter at all?
No, we're going to go right back to work after the game. So, I mean, not too much break time there.
Gotcha.
Special teams have, this year been, in many cases, pretty special. What accounts for that?
Well, I mean, like I said, I think the practice, has been the big thing, and the huge emphasis that Coach Smart puts on the practice. We always make it a top priority to have the best special teams in the country, and I think that's what really dictates us to play well on Saturdays.
You mentioned earlier teams around the country always being banged up around this time. With that, a lot of players are getting opportunities. How have you seen some guys develop, getting the chance to play due to injury?
Well, I mean, obviously our line, has been banged up consistently, and people have come in like true freshman Trey. Last Kentucky week, he came in and just balled out. So I mean, like, it's just next man up mentality. I think that everybody's prepared for that role if it ever happens. So I think that we've done a really good job of that.
Would you say you're the smartest kid on the team?
I don't know. I think some people would debate me with that. But
Were you valedictorian in your class?
I wasn't valedictorian, no, but I was cum laude.
Who would you